And you bring up something so important when it comes to just gauging college football in general, because one of the trickiest things when it comes to gauging college sports, whether that be college football, college basketball, when it gets in season college baseball with regards to the College Baseball World Series, is being able to take a look at some of these injuries. I know that sometimes when you're covering games, you get a little bit more access to these coaches, but in terms of just taking a look at injuries in college football, what are some of the just things in general that you try to take a look for to be able to gauge these? Because I think that that's one of the biggest difficulties in general, which with gauging college sports rather than the pros, where you always have the injury report coming out, and with college, I mean, you could have a guy that you think is going to be in get ruled out like 10 minutes before kick.
Yeah. So when you look at injuries in college, it really gets to come down to the depth of each team and are they looking ahead to other opponents? Both of these teams, they took a loss, then they're up against a tough matchup here in Happy Valley. So a lot of it comes down to should they start getting their backups some reps in there? Should they wait and sit him out? For example, Ohio State had a bye. They sat Jackson Smith and Jigba. He gets back in for Iowa. So a lot of it does come down to the depth. In the Big Ten, they do have that luxury of having a lot of five-star recruits. They can groom them into that spot over time. But it comes down to who they're going up against and what options they have. For this one, I think that Minnesota wants to pull it all out because Happy Valley is a tough spot. The coaches don't want to tell us as much because there's some restrictions with revealing information. That was a tough thing to deal with during COVID. But we'll get limited information and we get a glimmer about 10 minutes at warmups on Wednesday practices for most teams. So we'll find out more from the media tomorrow when they get that media availability at practice. But ultimately, we won't know until they release those injury reports just about on game day, about an hour before kick.
Yep, that can always make things very tricky when it comes to gauging college football. And for that matter, like I said, any college sports in general is college basketball less than 3 weeks away. So there will be the fun of that, betting on a team in which you reveal it comes out 10 minutes before that top scorer averaging 25 points per contest. Not going to be there helping out your over, but someone that always helps us out on this show, that'd be you, Stephanie. You do an amazing job taking a look at college football. Always great to have you aboard. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Greg.